before I started my business 13 years ago, I was actually at Midland Press Corporation, a printing and information distribution company here in the Quad Cities. I started there as the CFO and then eventually became president of that organization. While I was in the CFO role, one of the projects that the owner asked me to do was build our brand new building. And first of all, I wasn't really sure why he asked me because I had no experience with construction. I'm challenged by Legos. And so I didn't really understand why he selected me. But he did, and so I got to hire the major contractors, the subcontractors, the mechanical, electrical, HVAC, the architect, and then I got to be the person that sat in the planning sessions and sat in the construction meeting every week when we were talking throughout the whole project. We broke ground in April and moved in October of that same year into a brand new 60,000 square foot building. It was a phenomenal project. We got done on time, under budget, and it actually is a pretty great looking building. You can't see it anymore because it's hidden by everything else out there, but I personally think it's a pretty good looking building. Well, in the process of doing that, I really appreciated a lot of the people that I was working with in those meetings, and again, because of the nature of the work that we were doing, I was sitting in those meetings with a number of presidents or high-level people in some of these organizations. And I thought, you know, I want to stay connected to them. So I continued to maybe have lunch with them occasionally, one-on-one, or breakfast, or would shoot them an email with an article or something. And what happened is, 5 years after we built the building was when I decided to leave my role at Midland Press and start my own business. And the people that I had worked on that construction project with were some of the very first people that I contacted when it came time to starting my own business and leadership development. So I again sat down with each of them and I said, I'm starting my business. What would you be looking for somebody who's going to provide leadership development training and coaching for your people? And many of those owners that I have been involved with in the construction project were some of my very first clients. And you know what, guys, I'll tell you, they didn't know whether I could do leadership development training and coaching or not, but they had been involved with me in a project and got to see that we could do something and successfully get results. So that for me is a really great reminder of why it's important to constantly be working on your network. And so the lessons that I took away from that story, first of all, the time to build your network is now, not when you need it. Okay, if I had not maintained relationships with a lot of those individuals as well as other people, and just decided to start my business someday, and then kind of said, whoa, maybe I should kind of figure out who in the Quad Cities might want to work with me, I would have had a much more difficult time starting my business. So regardless of what your plans are, whether it's to get a different job, get a promotion in your own job, or get involved in some other activities, don't wait until you need to have those connections. Start those relationships, build those relationships now. The second lesson learned, look for areas outside of the norm of your job. I met these people because I was asked to do a project which allowed me to meet a number of people that frankly I never would have met had it not been for that project. So as you're looking to build on your network, look for opportunities, whether it's inside of your organization or outside of your organization, that allow you the opportunity to meet people you might not otherwise meet. And the third lesson is building your network requires commitment and discipline. So I said earlier that I took the time to stay connected to these individuals, and whether it was emails or lunch or breakfast, whatever. But maintaining relationships requires a discipline, whether it's being on Facebook or LinkedIn or having coffee or whatever. It takes discipline. And I know many people are like, yeah, I really don't have time for that. And my answer to that is you have to make time. You have to make it a priority to build and maintain your relationships.